How the hell do you not get more eyeballs? You have a monopoly, but you're not likable. That is the lamest argument I hear, because you go take the other side on, take anybody that, you'll invite him over, and it's like, okay, take anybody else. Like, well, here's an African-American, gay, military, black, whatever. Okay, so here, and there is that.
Of course.
You got Rob Smith. We just had him on, right? Okay, good.
Totally.
Here's a great. It's very hard to be an African-American woman, conservative, because nobody wants to give limelight. Hello, Candace Owens, the most viral face on social. I think it's
but with Candace came what? Complete vitriol from the black community.
And that's okay.
It is okay, but my point is, like, I can only speak, I guess, from my own experience, and of course, being a public figure and watching it come down. It's a completely different ballgame out there if you are right-leaning. Now, has it changed as far as there being more conservative voices out there? Absolutely. But I know from my experience what has happened by the difference between when I was just silent about everything, maybe in 15, 16 time frame up till then, to when I started to speak out a little bit. And then I would say one thing about something random and they'd assume I'm a conservative, and therefore evil, conservative equals evil, and the social media realm, especially back then. And the stuff that came with that, the threats that came with that, the sellout, the coon, all of the things that I was called, in particular by people with my skin color. So I've lived that and the difference. And again, I know that if I had gone on that podcast with Jay Cutler, 2-3 years ago, and said, sorry about my white mom, I love you, but I'm that one drop rule, I'm black. Or if I had condemned the anti-vaxxers, like I was saying things that don't go along with the left. I was saying the opposite things. And I know I would have been celebrated if I had had the other opinion. I mean, you should see, and it's not, again, it's not about me. I can only speak on this based on my experience. And when I compare also to my peers and how they're completely celebrated for having different opinions, the attacks, the threats, people literally threatening to rape my daughters because they're, and again, it's nothing to do with my kids, but because I have more conservative viewpoints. I'm just saying it's a thing. And
that's
I accept it. And I accept it.
Yeah.
I do. It is what it is. And I had a choice because of the fact that it leans more left. And I don't know many people who would argue against that. Then it's safer, it's smarter business-wise to just stay quiet. If you don't agree, just shut up.
For sure.
100%.
Right.
But if I'm saying the other thing on social media, you are out there and you're celebrated.
We're saying the same thing. The only difference is, Sage, you're likable.
Okay.
You're likable, okay? You're likable. So, but to use that as an excuse, like when you're saying, how hard it is for the left, Candace Owens is the most viral person out there.
But she's not working for like an ESPN or one of these places, right?
But that's not the point, though. The point is, it is a lot easier.
Is Candace likable?
Is Candace, when we spent that night with Candace off camera, walked away loving her.
Oh, she's the best.
At the highest level.
Yep.
Both of you. But you're different.
We are completely different human beings.
But that's the point, though. But you know what it was? With Candace, you know what I saw? With Candace, I saw a childlike, curious person that wants to question everything. That can be like, I have a kid like that, right? Now, obviously, he's a kid. She's a grown woman with 3 kids, 35 years old, established, successful. But I liked the curious, poking, what about this? Why this? That's not fair. How about this? What about this? Do you think about this? And then she's laughing, and then you see this personality, that creative side. With you, I sat there, I'm like, I'm sitting in between Sade and I'm sitting in between MC Light, and I'm,
wow.
But I'm not. I'm talking about from the.
Yeah.
It's like this one's like talking about that, and this one's like cherish the day, and at the same time, but we got it the smooth operator. But still, I want to listen to both.
Yeah.
I want to listen to both.
And I respect her. And again, it was so different. She wants a fight. She goes and picks fights.
And we need people like that.
We do.
Yeah.
To me, and that she can have that.
Yeah.
And she's mastered that.
Yeah.
Right. I honestly, this might sound cheesy. I don't know. I'm an Army brat. I grew up just really super shy, number one. Like this whole world I've entered into all these years ago is insane. My parents watched me on TV for all these years and laughed. They're like, who are you and what have you done with my child? I was afraid to talk. And now it's like, please stop talking. Please stop talking. I'm proud. Like I lead with kindness. I remember every year at ESPN, every holiday season, I exchange cookies with the janitors and the security guards, and the Jewish one in particular, because I like the arugula. Arugula?
Adam, Jewish.
What's the cookie? The amazing
is like Tashin or the arugula.
The arugula.
There you go.
The arugula.
There you go. Adam.
But my point is not trying to sound.
Add some.
No, I just feel like kindness is everything, and I want to make everyone around me, even if I'm at the grocery store, feel comfortable, to a fault at times, to be honest with you, to be that pleaser, to be the connector. And sometimes it's ended up being, God, like, man, what a waste of time. That person's going to hate me anyway, right?
Why do you say you're completely different from Candace then?
Well, I think she enjoys the fight. She wants this, Yeah. That's not what I desire in my life at all. I like peace. And listen, I'm not afraid to have a tough conversation. Let's go. Yeah. Especially now. I don't care. Cancel me, whatever. Let's go. But I also, as a journalist, and it wasn't about me. It was about who I'm talking to and that conversation and learning about them and their story. So I don't know that Candace, she's an analyst more than a journalist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they're very different things. I just, we're different humans, and that's fine. I'm a little softer, I think, in many ways. And also, I don't have the knowledge that she has with all the, and I don't want to with all the politics. Go for it. There are many other things to talk about, especially, yes, sports, but I haven't sat down one time and watched any of that programming because I realized, holy crap, there's a whole new world out there. But I think you can do it and make good, strong points and stand up for yourself and others and do it with kindness. That is my way of living.
And I think the only difference is you know who the enemy is. Like, you picked yours. Candace picked hers, and there's multiple enemies, and she's going head on to fight them. You know what I mean? And I get the the sweet and the kind. You have yours. You know who they are. Look what they've done to you. And yes, and I respect, by the way, to hell with them for putting them what they put you. I'm so happy that you're strong and you've gotten through it. You've picked you know who the enemy is. Your fight is a little different fight. Candace has picked multiple fronts, and she is attacking head on with all of them.
And I
love that she's winning. Yeah, but I get exactly where you're coming. Yeah, you're a different soldier on the battlefield of the same
taste
fight.
Of music.
Exactly.
I can listen to Sade, and then listen to Tupac, and then I can listen to Foreigner, and then Don Henley. I'm totally cool. Everybody's got a different style of creating music. Go ahead, Adam.
Well, I guess to hone in on this, I mean, where I was going with the Whitlock, Stephen A. thing was from a bigger perspective. Whitlock, I think he just talks politics now, right? I don't think he does. He's on The Blaze, which is a conservative media outlet. His show is called Fearless. Talks about everything. The media landscape has changed since you joined ESPN. That's kind of where I was going. It's like, I don't think sports is that pertinent in the greater nomenclature at this point, in the zeitgeist these days.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.